I'd rather one psycho. I'd rather one psycho than a group of ISIS people or Al Qaeda people.
Oh no, but ISIS and Syria, ISIS and Al Qaeda don't have control of the whole state, though.
No, of course they don't. But Assad's fighting against them.
Yeah, but
So, as far as I'm concerned, anyone fighting against ISIS is a good guy.
I'm not sure.
How can you not be sure?
Because Assad in the past, right? Assad has done a lot of things. He's not a good guy, like you said the other day.
Yes, I never said he was. But
yes, you did. You said he was a good guy when we're eating.
When was?
I mean, you're probably joking or something, weren't you?
Okay, 4 days ago I said Assad was a good guy. Well, actually, yeah, he is because he's been killing.
He is
ISIS.
a good guy. Is killing hundreds of thousands of citizens a good move?
Well, killing ISIS is a good move. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no.
No, so we shouldn't kill ISIS.
No, no, we should kill ISIS. But the fact is,
okay, and the only person who's actually got the balls to do it is Assad, and he may or may not have used chemical weapons. He's been massacring his own
citizens.
Well, that's speculation.
No, it's not speculation. It's not speculation.
Where's the proof?
That's not speculation. The massacre was like Ula or something.
Well,
he killed thousands of his citizens there. That is not speculation at all.
Okay, I'm gonna hop on the Googles and find this. What did you say? Ula.
Yeah.
Ulala. Ula. How the massacre? Well, this was in 2012.
Things like HOLA.
Yeah. Okay.
The Ula massacre. Right. The Ula massacre was an attack that took place on May the 25th, 2002. In the midst of the Syrian war in the town of Tadula in the holy region of Syria, a string of towns northwest of Homs. According to the United Nations, 108 people killed and 13, okay, it's not thousands, I overestimated, including 34 women and 49 children. While a small portion of deaths appeared to result from military and artillery tanks against Tadulu, the UN later announced that most of the massacre victims had been similarly executed in 2 separate incidents. Okay. So he's executing his own citizens. Wow, that's commendable.
Well, it actually says any civilian deaths were the result of armed terrorist gangs. So it wasn't actually Assad. It was just armed gangs who were saying that they were working for Assad.
Oh my god, you're right. I thought that was Assad. Jesus. Stop right there, me from the past. Yes, hello. This is me in post-production, just editing the podcast, making it, equalising, compressing it, denoising, getting rid of the hissing sounds, making it as perfect as possible for James, then uploads it to Spreaker and all that stuff. I just wanted to make this very, very, very quick message, just briefly clarifying things, because while looking back at the Ula while looking back at this part of the video and researching the Ula massacre on Wikipedia and things, I've realised that both me and James have made a mistake. Both of our mistakes were involved not in the argument, but in fact the reading of the thing, because James unanimously said, and I think this is because he made a quick glance at it, that Al Qaeda, the terrorist groups, were responsible for the killings, and I said, "Oh, you're right," and that was because I quickly glanced at it and I didn't really read it properly. And I just want to read the quote to sort of provide context and clarify this, because it's a bit more, there's a bit more deep than that, and it actually says that while the Syrian government alleged that Al Qaeda terrorist groups were responsible for killings, and that Hulan residents were warned not to speak publicly about opposition forces. That's what the Syrian government says. However, UN investigators have reported that witnesses and survivors state the massacre was committed by the pro-government Shabiha, and in 2012 they released a report which said that it was likely that Syrian troops and Shabiha militia were responsible for the massacre. So I'm just making this as clear as possible. I'm not trying to put the argument on any sides. I just made a massive mistake and sort of conceded to James, because I didn't read it properly. And I just wanted to say that, while one side says, the Syrian government says that it is, that says Al Qaeda, UN says it was the Syrian government and the Shabiha, that committed the massacre. So I'm not going to say any opinions on it. I'm just going to say that's exactly the quote. Go look it up on Wikipedia if you don't believe me. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just trying to make, I'm trying to clarify something that I think I messed up on in the podcast. Anyway, I'll get back to it.
Right, okay, so now we've just proven that Assad has literally done very little wrong.
What do you mean he's done this very little? No, Assad has still been killing his citizens.
Well, when? I mean, in the most recent chemical attack, he might not have. And I'm not saying he hadn't, I'm not saying he has. But there's no proof, and innocent until proven guilty is the law. So, unless you want to go against the law, then, He's innocent as far as I'm concerned, and therefore,
Give me a second. I have not done my enough research.
evidently. So, as we've concluded, just to
No, we haven't concluded.
No, we haven't concluded. I'm just I'll have a little mid-episode recap. 18 minutes in.
Give me a second. I will be back.
Yeah, okay. There's no proof that Assad has killed anyone. We started bombing him just as we were about to find out whether or not, or whether we had killed anyone, which is, obviously not a good move. Assad has been fighting against ISIS for the past years, so he can't be all terrible. And yeah, I mean, I've got nothing to complain about. It seems all right to me. Alistair?
Oh, okay. So, the Syrian government received military support from Russia and Iran.
Yes.
Okay, so if the Syrian government is being supported by Russia, and then Russia's vetoing the investigation of chemical attacks, do you not think?
No. Russia were going to investigate.
Yeah, Russia's going to investigate,
Until
and they've
we started bombing them.
And no, Russia's going to investigate, and they've been publicly supporting the Syria in the form of military support. Do you not think that's a little bit odd?
No, not really. No.
What?
Because
why not?
Because
why not?
The chemical team is there.
The chemical team from a country that's been given military support to the leader that is under fire for possibly chemically assaulting its own citizens, and that's not weird to you?
You bombed the Alistair. You bombed
In 2013, the Syrian regime used chemical weapons against the rebels. This drew attention from the international community. The government reportedly surrendered their chemical weapons in 2014, but continues in the war. Chemical weapons.
How many civilians died?
Over 100,000.
Civilians.
A total of 120,000 were killed by September 13.
Is that by chemical weapons?
That is by chemical weapons.
Right.
Oh my god, there were later reports that the Syrian government was torturing prisoners.
Yeah, but
international organisations accused both government's opposition force of breaching human rights. The UN said that most of the abuses were carried out by the Syrian government. More than 4 million Syrians were forced to relocate because of the battles, and more than 2 million refugees left the country. Millions of refugees are still short of electricity, food and drinking water. I take back exactly what I said. Assad is an act of...
What? No, oh god, he's not. It's not black and white. I'm not saying he's good.
Of course, it's not black and white.
I'm not saying he's good or bad. But at this moment in time, he is about to get control of a massive area which he's been fighting for years against ISIS, against Al Qaeda, and all the baddies, right? And just as about justice was to be found out if he was using chemical attacks or not, we bombed him, which is wrong. You can't disagree. We shouldn't have bombed him at this moment in time a few days ago. And neither should the US, and neither should have France.
The reason the US bombed him was because they need to take affirmative action. Now, Trump is a little bit of a toddler, and he probably saw this idea as an idea to because when countries are in war, it typically has their best approval rating, and Trump has had a pretty appalling approval rating recently. He's gone up past Obama now since he's attacked it.
So you're telling me that Trump went to war?
You're telling me
that Trump went to war for approval ratings?
Well, possibly, yeah. I mean, in terms of crisis,
that is quite a stupid thing to say. I don't think
it is exactly what you're doing. Speculation.
No, it's not speculation. I'm talking plainly on facts. There's no proof Assad did this. That's a fact. And you're the one speculating. Oh, it probably was. Oh, look at his track record. Oh, he might have done this. Oh, he killed some people then. Oh, he killed some people.
Yeah.
Then.
The guys use barrel bombs.
Well, yeah, you're speculating, aren't you?
No, it's not. This from UN reports, okay? So UN people have gone in and checked out the air and reported on this, right? He's used barrel bombs. He's chemically attacked. He's used sarin gas on Ghouta, okay?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't used it in Ghouta. There's no proof. Where
more than 1,000 Syrian civilians were killed.
But that wasn't. No.
He's been using chemical weapons against his own people, but Obama didn't take a military reaction, and he wishes that he did.
Don't get me started on Obama. The man's an idiot. He needs to be done for treason. He's an idiot.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I'm asking you why.
He was the single biggest failure that ever happened to America.
Why? Why was he the single biggest failure? What has he done so wrong?
Because the economy failed.
No, the economy actually went up.
He started bombing even more people.
He took out depression, James.
He was prolonging prolonging wars abroad for no apparent reason, just as Trump has done. He's a bad egg. And let's not forget that he also created ISIS.
So he prolonged a war. Most of American history, they have been in a war. That's not even that is the worst thing that ever happened to America.
And he created ISIS.
We didn't create ISIS.
Yes, he did.
No, we didn't create ISIS.
Yes, he did.
ISIS were created, okay, as a result of us bombing Iraq, right?
Precisely.
And they're a subset of Al-Qaeda. Yeah, but George Bush was the one who bombed Iraq. If you're saying about the worst thing happened to America and you're talking about the formation of ISIS, talk about George Bush.
And if Obama was such a good guy, then he would have stopped it, wouldn't he? But no, he carried it on because he's a terrorist.
No. He just continued with George Bush.
No, he's a terrorist.
If anything, George Bush is worse in that response.
No, they're all bad. Don't get me wrong, but Obama's the worst.
Is there any other reason apart from he kept going with the war?
No, that's it's
so the worst that happened to America was Obama kept going with the war, despite the fact it's been like 200 years of American history. They've been on a war. Fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It's as simple as that. He's not working within the interest of the American people. He wasn't, I should say, and he's a globalist.
I think he was, because every president sort of has to work in the American people, don't they? Otherwise he would have been voted out after one term. Sure.
They created the Cold War in Afghanistan and Iraq, and Obama was the one who just he was the worst one. Yeah, it's just guerrilla warfare. We might use chemical weapons, or we don't know what's going to go. We don't know what's going to happen. It's all gone wrong.
Syria did use chemical weapons. That's not Cold War. That is a hot war.
No. The Syrians have used chemical weapons in the past. Yes, I'm not denying that, but there's no proof that they have done recently. Is there?
Well,
there isn't.
How do you say recently?
The episode which this is based on.
No. Recently is relative. Do you mean recently is in the last?
Of Christ's sake,
5 years,
the
or is
last?
In
No, the last
one?
chemical attack.
No,
a few days ago.
No.
But yeah, that's literally what we've been talking about
based on his track record, though. I think he did. I think.
Well, okay. Are you?
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Are you a chemicals investigator? No. Are you in Syria?
The only chemicals investigator we're publicly supporting Syria militarily, and he vetoed international UN reports 8 times.
You are so
I
dim.
don't think. I don't.
Dim.
I think there's something a little bit shifty there.
You're so dim. I'd rather.
Oh, am I so dim?
Okay.
Let's make this personal attacks.
No, I'd rather have that than nothing at all. Wouldn't you?
Would you?
Well, wouldn't you?
Would you?
So
okay.
you're saying you want
a corrupt investigation with. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong going here.
So you
Let's
want
keep
no evidence?
having chemical attacks to go around.
By your definition, that's speculation. They might have come back and said. They might have come back and said, yeah, it was Assad. How do you know? You don't because you were too busy bombing
militarily supporting Syria in this horrible war. It makes no sense
is
for them.
It not?
This is not speculation. That's logic.
You're telling me it's not speculation.
No, it's logic.
It's logic. Right,
if I'm military supporting a country, okay, and then it comes out that country has just chemically attacked its own people, that makes my country look bad.
You're saying that's a fact, are you?
It's logic.
Is it a fact?
No, it's not a fact. We'll never know whether it's a fact or not because of the bombs, but it's logical.
There we go then, it's not a fact.
But it's logical, James. Can you not see that logic there?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Can you not see the logic there? Can you not see the connection?
Can you not see that you're literally speculating based on no evidence?
It's not a fact it is. It's not a fact it's not. We'll never know now whether that's a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, because you were too busy bombing them and you want them to be bombed.
So it's not a fact it is. It's not a fact it's not.
Evidence.
The logic supports the fact that it probably is.
You're a fool. You're a fool. You're destroying your own evidence.
No, I'm not destroying evidence, James. I've come back with evidence, right? I had a look for evidence.
What evidence?
I've got evidence.
There's history. There's no evidence. You're the one telling me how
so
history is
history,
irrelevant.
not evidence.
You're the one telling me how. You're the one always saying that history is irrelevant.
You know what, James?
You're right, Alistair. It is irrelevant.
I'm a Jew, and I'm going to go into one of Hitler's lovely camps because although there's history that has been killing the Jews, there's nothing really says that he's going to kill the Jews right now.
It's progression, Alistair. That's in the past. We don't need to worry about that. It's progression.
History is complete evidence.
It's progression. No, we don't need to look at the past anymore. Look to the future, Alistair. Progress. Stop
yes,
being stuck
progression.
In the dark age.
And learn from mistakes from the past.
Okay.
We did a whole bloody episode on this about colonising Mars. Okay, look at our mistakes in the past and go run with it.
Yeah, and you literally figured out that history was irrelevant. That was your conclusion.
No, I never.
So, actually, you know what, Alistair? You're right. History is irrelevant. So okay, so where's the proof? There isn't any.
So,
was it
okay,
Assad?
so-
No, right? Okay.
So one
Where's the
minute
evidence?
history
You
is
blew it up.
so one minute